Obviously, out of the two of us, I'm the public speaker. For reasons unknown, but moving on. So, as I've had conversations with multiple people at different points in time, and tonight has been so much about me and Candace as it should be, in the respect of not being selfish. So at this point, before I continue any farther with anything else, I want to speak a little bit about what I know and the effects that everybody that we asked to be involved with us as the bridal party in this to be. So, with Mackenzie, you stayed at my house countless times, spent the night, we've watched Disney movies, you love to play with my dogs, and no matter what mood I am in, no matter how stressful life is, if it's not just me, it's anybody, you can put a smile on anybody's face. Casey. You know, when you first came around, I wasn't too keen. As everyone very well knows, I don't like new people, and if I like you and I get used to you, we're fine. If not, it's going to be a bumpy road. But shortly after we met and everything else, you proved to me that the closest thing as a friend to a cousin that Candace would have, no matter the ups and downs and the roller coaster of the whole relationship and everything else, at the end of the day, no matter what it's taken, you've always shined through and shown how much you truly care about us, and I appreciate that. Taylor, again, not a fan of you when we first met. So no, she brought someone to our house, right? And we're sitting, and I'm sitting on the couch. The guy doesn't even say hi to me. He takes my smoothies and walks upstairs. Like, what am I supposed to do? But again...
Hey, John, just tell everybody you're mad because she beat you at poker.
Hey, Emily. I saw that bus coming a mile away. Thanks for throwing me underneath it. Savannah, Kayla, Taylor, as three of the friends that I see the most often, you guys are always there no matter what's going on. Bring a smile to Candace's face. Are there for me, are there for her whenever we need anything. And there's nothing else I can say because the quality of that friendship throughout that is something that can't be found with anybody anywhere. So again, I appreciate that. Kaylin, I'll get to you in a minute. Bounce it back to this side. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. What? But, Brandon, sit. I'll start on my outside and work the way in. And again, how I named people and everything else, it's how they're sitting. There's no order of importance. They're all equally important in our eyes. Brandon, again, moved in 13 years ago, next door to me and my mom up there in Cincinnati. And as the annoying little kid I was at that point, you were always there to play basketball with, play video games, always there and went out of your way to be a friend and at least a companion to someone way younger, and just being there and being welcoming in that sense. And I know throughout the course of time, my teenage years were a little rough, but it's for another time. I know my mom put a lot of faith in you and had gone to you for some help, and you've always been there, you've never let up, and I truly appreciate that. Moving on. Jacob. Now, most of my friends, we have things that we like, we do them together, we have a great time. I kid you not, Jacob and I could be sitting in the garage drinking beer, lighting moldy bread on fire, and have a good time. I know because we have done it. I think that pretty much sums that up, because anytime I have a stupid idea or want to do something that anyone else would shake their finger at and say, no, that's a waste of time, Jacob's always there to do it. No matter what we do, we can have a good time, and he's always someone I can count on. Moving on to Luke. When as some of you know, most of you maybe, I've worked in haunted houses for years now, and Every time that I did, I loved it, but I could never find a place where I really felt like I fit in to an extent. When I went up to Land of Illusion this past year up there in Middletown, Ohio, our first night, Luke was more welcoming to me and Candace than anyone has ever been. At the time, he wasn't even the manager, but now, as he should be, is the head of our zone in the trail, has been nothing but helpful, caring, and welcoming to me and Candace in being the shortest lived friendship out of my entire bridal party. In that short amount of time, I consider him just as important as I do anyone else sitting up here at this table. Ben, oh God. You're not good at fishing. But, so backstory on Ben, I transferred to the same school as him in the 3rd grade. And through that school, I didn't really make a lot of friends. Everyone had their own little cliques. I kind of bounced back and forth. But someone who kept me through that 8-year grade school, Ben was always there as a friend I could count on. We always hung out and everything else like that. And was someone that I could always talk to. Didn't talk at all throughout high school and reconnected out of the blue one day and picked up right where we left off. And again, just another genuine human being that you can always count on, who's always welcoming, caring, and can do everything that you ask them to do and need them to do. Robbie, I'm sorry I didn't get your role on video.
Yeah, I'm still bad about that.
So for Robbie's diaper party, we were down at Candace's aunt and uncle's where they have some trails in their backyard. We're all riding side by sides. And I knew it should have been bad because Robbie decided to tell me, hey, you should get out here. I'm going to do it by myself. And I said, okay. At this point, I'm probably 2 sheets to the wind, got out of the side by side, and didn't decide to pull my phone out. He goes up the hill and rolls harder than I have seen anybody on a single roll in my life. And to this day, I apologize for not getting that on video because it would have been legendary. But besides that, coming in, I was skeptical. We didn't see eye to eye at the beginning. I was a different person. You were a different person. It wasn't going to work out originally. We got to know each other. You had a kid. So, yeah. We both matured a little bit and changed our personalities and got to that point where we connected and became closer than ever. And we're not hanging out all the time, but anytime each other needs anything, we're there for each other. And that's the point of everyone at this table. Before I continue, is at any given point, if any of us, and I guarantee any of you in this room, were to reach out to one of these people and needed anything at all, a ride somewhere, a hug, someone to talk to, any single one of these people sitting at this table would be able to do that. But,
You alright?
not really, it's going to stay about as short as Bub, so. Great. For someone who is 6'3", I have never seen that few centimeters.
Wow!
But, Candace's brother, again, another story like Robbie, where we didn't really see eye to eye when I first came around, but someone, again, who we've had a lot of memories, we'll just put it that way. Yeah, sorry about your transfer case in that Jeep Cherokee. I apologize. Moving on. Sorry about the transfer case, Adam Sr.
It's actually George's Jeep.
George? Where you at? George?
He's
Sorry
eating
about
cake.
the transfer case in your Jeep. I'm the one that shattered it. But bouncing back to Braden and Caitlin, maid of honor and the best man, and Candace and I talked about this before going into tonight, of the people that were not of more importance than anyone else, but the people that we felt would be able to be the most responsible. In the nicest way possible. But no, all jokes aside, all snarky comments aside, everybody sitting at this table, Braden, Caitlin, all the girls, all the guys, thank you from the bottom of both of our hearts for being able to make this possible, for being there through all the trips and the gatherings and everything else. Just being able to make everything possible and keeping us sane and giving us good times throughout this time of leading up to this of stress and anxiety and everything else. So, on that, a toast to Candace.
Those are candy.
Attractive, funny, kind, sexy.
And now your wife.
That's enough about me, but what do you have to say about yourself? But no, in all seriousness, a toast to mine now, which it's crazy to say my wife. So, growing up, I never...